Oh, well. Anyway, let's check in, see what's happening with the NFL Network. Anything interesting, exciting?
I'm Bridget Condon with the NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Mike McCarthy's seat in Dallas may not be as hot as previously thought. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones revealed that a contract extension for his head coach is not out of the question. In a radio interview Tuesday, Jones said of a new deal for McCarthy, quote, "I don't think that's crazy at all. Mike McCarthy is an outstanding coach." Elsewhere, Aaron Rodgers refuted reports that he wants out of New York. The Jets quarterback told Pat McAfee Tuesday that while he's not yet decided if he'll play in 2025, if he does, his first choice is to remain a Jet. After losing Gardner Minshew to a season-ending injury, the Raiders plan to start Aiden O'Connell at quarterback Friday against the Chiefs, per NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. O'Connell has been out since injuring his thumb in Week 7. And two-time Pro Bowl linebacker Shaq Barrett has changed his mind on retirement. He's applied for NFL reinstatement. Barrett's rights are currently held by the Dolphins. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Get deals all month during Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, get an extra 10% off Whirlpool major appliances, like the new Maytag front-load laundry system with a Pet Pro filter that lifts and captures pet hair from clothes. Shop these deals in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 11/6 through 12/4. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXOL, Centro, California. It's a Wednesday already, the 27th day of November, 2024. Thanksgiving Eve. Get the turkey out of the freezer now, or it will be too late. Speaking of turkeys, in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, speaking of a turkey, oh, well, let's see. Coming up tomorrow, we've got a triple header football games. 3 of them. That would be a triple header, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Bears and the Lions, the Giants and the Cowboys, the Dolphins and the Packers. Back to back to back. So that should be fun.
That'll be fun. Like it.
Yeah. Let's see. 81% of workplace managers say new college graduates are not ready for the workplace. Issues include not taking criticism well, dress code, and cell phone usage on the job. Meanwhile, according to the graduates, they claim they put their workplace pajamas on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. Okay. And I missed it. The Great American Smokeout took place last week. Okay. Not that big of a deal. Who can afford to smoke anymore? Yeah.
Well, aren't you going to smoke a chicken for Thanksgiving?
Well, yeah, in the smoker, but I mean, who can afford cigarettes?
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah,
the smoke. They do that.
Smokeout.
All right.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think the last time I bought cigarettes, they were $0.25 a pack. And, in the military, it was like 11 cents a pack.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were talking about turkeys, cigarettes, or a reggae concert.
Anyway, and of course, the ubiquitous C rations came with a little 4-pack of cigarettes in the pack. So not only did you get rotten food, you got stale cigarettes. Okay. Birthdays. Are you ready?
Ready for birthdays.
Bill Nye, the science guy, is 69. Actor William Fichtner, 68. Actor Michael Rispoli is 64. Actor Fisher Stevens is 61. Actor Robin Givens, 60. Actor Michael Vartan is 56. Actor Elizabeth Marvel is 55. Actor Kirk Acevedo, 53. Actor Jaleel White is 48. Actor R.J. Smith, 41. Actor Allison Pill is 39. Actor Lashana Lynch, 37. Local birthdays just ahead.
Hello, it's me. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to you.
Once again, Kxo Radio has made special arrangements with the North Pole to bring Santa to the Imperial Valley.
What would you like for Christmas?
I want Christmas.
Santa will be available to visit with kids by telephone on Wednesday and Thursday, December 4th and 5th, 4 to 6 p.m., and again on Wednesday and Thursday, December 11th and 12th, 4 to 6 p.m. Kids of all ages are invited to call Santa at 760-352-2029. That's 352-2029. Santa is looking forward to visiting youngsters in either English or Spanish. Calls may be recorded and played back on KXO AM 1230 or FM 107.5. Call 760-352-2029 and talk directly with Santa. Our visits with St. Nick are brought to you by
Premier Golf Cars of Yuma.
We have happy birthday wishes for R.L. Dennis, Raquel Munoz, Stephanie Mendoza, James Williams, Anthony Sace, Angela Cosio, Julie Oliver, Moses Aguilar Jr., Nora McCormick, and Jack McCormick, husband and wife, Maria Monreal, Jose Moreno Jr., and Aaron Ray. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, let's look back in history, Jared. It's a look back at crime in history. On this date in 2010, Willie Nelson was arrested for possessing 6 ounces of marijuana. The drugs were found on his tour bus while traveling from Los Angeles to Texas. 6 ounces, huh? Clearly, the police didn't look thorough enough, not with Willie and his tour bus. So, are you ready for football?
Yeah, I'm ready for football.
Okay. Got any picks?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm trying to throw my hat in the ring with that.
I'll go with the Lions in the first game. I'll go with anybody that is playing against the Cowboys. Tomorrow it happens to be the Giants. And with the Dolphins and Green Bay, I believe they're playing in Green Bay. So I'll go with the Packers.
All right.
Okie doke. Are you ready for real news?
News time. Let's do it.
We've got to look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A victory for President Biden as he gets ready to exit the White House. 3 Americans have just been released from jail in China.
The Biden administration says Mark Swiden, Kai Li, and John Liang are being released from China in exchange for 3 unidentified Chinese citizens being held in the U.S. A senior U.S. administration official says the release of the 3 Americans follows years of intensive talks between the White House and State Department officials and their Chinese counterparts. Swiden has been facing a death sentence on drug charges, while Li and Liang were imprisoned on espionage charges. The U.S. has classified all 3 as wrongfully detained.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
With a gun in each hand, a domestic violence suspect reportedly opens fire on police after a chase ends in Los Angeles. He was promptly shot by officers.
The officers then had just approached. They had been in tracking mode
approached the front of the residence, and the suspect in the driveway pulled out two guns, one in each hand, and opened fire on the officers.
Police Chief Jim McDonald, an innocent woman was shot in the arm, the suspect in critical condition. The crowd's building at airports around the country and the state. At LAX, they're anticipating 2.2 million people to travel through the airport for the holiday. This woman got there early.
We all got here thinking that we could just all check in a little bit earlier, that it would be insane here, and we just have to wait for another hour before we can check our luggage in.
An animal rights extremist thought to be behind a couple of bombings in Northern California over 2 decades ago has been captured in Wales. UK National Crime Agency saying Welsh police captured Daniel Andreas San Diego this week. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Stirring fiber, exercising, frequent trips to the store for more laxatives and fiber. Sounds like your constipation with belly pain is a lot to manage, but if your symptoms that keep coming back are signs of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LANCESS.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
KXO News. California Highway Patrol ready for the holidays. Here's George Gale.
The CHP Maximum Enforcement Program, that is the Highway Patrol's holiday program for this Thanksgiving Day 4-day weekend. CHP will go into their MEP this evening. Holiday Patrol is an attempt to keep the roadways as safe as possible. Highway Patrol's MEP starts at 6:01 this evening and continues through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. They say motorists can do their part by buckling up, drive sober, refrain from speeding, and avoid distractions. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
It looks like the California Highway Patrol already has their work cut out for them. Yesterday, Carroll has some information on that.
Well, yesterday, starting at about 4:30 in the afternoon, CHP officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a speeding gray Kia Forte on Meade Road just west of State Route 111. The driver, who was later identified as 27-year-old Lauren Carpio from Brawley, failed to pull over and stop for the officers. Carpio led CHP officers on a pursuit through the city of Brawley, failing to stop for multiple stop signs and multiple traffic lights. Carpio eventually exited Brawley and entered eastbound State Route 78, reaching speeds of approximately 85 miles an hour. Then she went south on State Route 111, west on Worthington Road, south on Dogwood, reaching speeds up to 95 miles an hour. Entering the city of El Centro, Carpio traveled west on Ross Road, made a right turn on 4th Street, reaching speeds of approximately 70 miles an hour. At that point, because of heavy traffic on the road, the CHP and other units discontinued the pursuit. Carpio slowed and made a right turn onto State Street and accelerated eastbound. Big mistake. Eastbound on State, the roadway ended and the driver impacted a set of railroad train tracks. After the crash, Carpio exited the car and was taken into custody. She sustained minor injuries and was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment of those injuries.
KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And more road work. The city of Imperial reminds drivers of road work. Here's George Gale.
As part of the 7th, 10th, and 14th Streets rehabilitation project, intersection of West 14th Street and North Imperial Avenue will be closed today. Closure is part of the sewer line replacement project. Closure is in effect throughout the day today until 4 p.m. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And nominations for Holtville's Citizen of the Year. The Holtville Chamber of Commerce is accepting the nominations. Names can be submitted through December 20th. Contact the chamber for a nomination form. In the form, list the reasons the person nominated deserves the honor of being named Citizen of the Year. Forms are also available from the chamber website. They must be dropped off at the chamber office at 101 West 5th Street in Holtville. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley and mobile service vans that come to you. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Rush Steel Supply is the #1 steel distributor in the Imperial Valley that's been serving the valley for over 14 years. They have an extended inventory of carbon steel, structural steel, plow steel, plates, spars, pipes, and a whole lot more. And all of their products are stored indoors, and they deliver throughout the Imperial Valley. Visit their website, rushsteelsupply.com, or see the inventory for yourself at 703 East Main Street, El Centro. When you think steel, think Rush.
Please, Tom Sawyer, mean fry.
Stay tuned. Local news, page 2, with a side of weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
4-day holiday starts tomorrow. It's the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Here is George Gale.
Most local, state, and federal offices are closed Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, and Friday, as well as the weekend. It is also a major off-road holiday. Off-roaders from near and afar have already started gathering at the sand dune or recreation areas around Imperial Valley. It has been reported the population of Imperial County doubles, sometimes even triples, with the number of off-roaders spending the Thanksgiving holiday at the local dunes. Also, Thursday, 39th annual Jack Kirby Classic Turkey Shoot will be held at the Desert Trails RV Park and a golf course, 225 Wake Avenue in El Centro. Contact Don Gorham at 760-427-3185 for all the information. Kxo Neighborhood House will be hosting their Thanksgiving Day luncheon tomorrow. It'll be held at the Kxo Community Center from 10 a.m. until 12 noon on Thursday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Imperial County announces remedial election plan for CVUSD trustee areas omission. The Imperial County Registrar of Voters, in coordination with the Riverside County Registrar of Voters and the California Secretary of State, continue to address the omission of trustee areas 1, 2, and 4 contests for the Coachella Valley Unified School District. From the ballots of approximately 2,400 Imperial County voters during the 2024 general election. On Friday, November 22nd, a status hearing was held to discuss the remedial election plan for the affected voters. And it looks like All parties, including representatives from CVUSD, Riverside County, and all candidates have now signed the stipulation to hold a partial remedial election for Imperial County voters on March 4th, 2025. The proposed timeline includes an expedited certification of results by March 18th, 2025, ensuring timely resolution of the issue. Imperial County remains committed to transparency and collaboration to uphold the integrity of the election process and ensure that all affected voters can fully participate. And it's the 7th annual Turkey Trot. Yeah, here we go. Here's George Gale.
Start Thanksgiving early. At 6:45 tomorrow morning, the FFA will host their annual Turkey Trot. It's hosted by the Brawley FFA. 5K run starts at the Imperial Valley Conservation Research Center. Course runs through the beautiful crops and fields at the Research Center. Public is encouraged to participate. Contact the Brawley FFA for more information or just show up early tomorrow morning at the Research Center. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at weather next.
This is the time of year that we here at Burgers and Beer like to remember what and who we're grateful for, like our customers,
kindness,
our health,
our pets,
friendships,
parents,
freedom,
grandparents,
food on the table,
weekends,
family,
holidays,
our military and their families,
vacations,
first responders,
music, musicians,
employees,
healthcare workers,
and our beautiful country, to name a few. And happy Thanksgiving from Burgers and Beer.
The weather pattern for the rest of this week and likely well into next week will be rather stagnant. The U.S. Weather Bureau says this will result in continued mild conditions with periods of high-level cloudiness. Temperatures through the holiday weekend are expected to run a few degrees above normal on average before trending even warmer into next week, with highs inching toward the 80-degree mark across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. 77 our high yesterday. 62 the overnight low. Today, it'll start off cloudy, then gradually become sunny with a high near 78. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Winds turning out of the north this afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 53. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny with a high near 74, north wind about 5 miles an hour. And right now downtown 63 degrees, 63% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest at about 3 miles an hour. Air quality moderate in Brawley, it's good everywhere else. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. If you're stuck for an idea for a Christmas gift, I've got an idea for you. The Peanut Patch. What a great place for a special Christmas gift. You're going to find homemade candies, treats like fresh English toffee. How about pecan turtles made from a special family recipe? The Peanut Patch in Yuma. They're open Monday through Saturday, and they've got a great shop that is full of spectacular gift ideas, many one of a kind. You're not going to find them anywhere else. You can visit the Peanut Patch, or you can go online. Find them on the web at thepeanutpatch.com. By the way, they ship anywhere. The Peanut Patch. So many great gifts, perfect for holiday giving. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Again, you can visit the Peanut Patch, Google the Peanut Patch, go online at thepeanutpatch.com and enjoy the holidays when your Christmas gift giving is easy at the Peanut Patch. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. The Suns tripped up the Lakers 127-100. Bucks beat the Heat 106-103. It was the Spurs jumping on the Jazz, 128-115. The Rockets went overtime before they beat the Timberwolves 117-111, and the Bulls pounded the Wizards 127-108. And in college hoops, well, yeah, sportsmanship is alive, right? Kansas star center Hunter Dickinson was ejected in the second half of the number 1 Jayhawks 75-72 win over number 11 Duke last night after kicking Malik Brown in the face while the two were on the floor. Dickinson missed a short jump hook over Brown. Both players fell to the court fighting for the rebound. Dickinson drawing a foul on Brown while they were down. Dickinson kicked out and made contact with Brown's face. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations at Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, for the third week in a row, the fourth installment of the college football playoff rankings last night, the top four stayed the same. Number 1, Oregon. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Texas. And number 4, Penn State. What? The Big Ten dominates. And elsewhere, free agent left-hander Blake Snell and the Los Angeles Dodgers have agreed on a 5-year, $182 million contract. The deal, which is pending a physical, includes no opt-outs, some deferred money, and a $52 million signing bonus. Yeah, well, Snell can finally afford a good haircut. NFL football tomorrow, triple header action. The Bears and the Lions start for us at 9. We'll follow that with the Giants and the Cowboys, and then the Miami Dolphins and Green Bay Packers after that. Triple header football tomorrow. And then Friday, it will be the Raiders and the Kansas City Royals pregame at 11:30 on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Volkswagen has sold its plant in Xinjiang, a region in northwestern China beset by accusation of human rights abuses, citing economic reasons. There is no business case for that plant, said a spokesman for Volkswagen, noting that it produced combustion engine vehicles until 2019, and since then has effectively operated as a distribution center for models produced in other factories. Meanwhile, in other news in the world of high finance, Trump Guitars, the company behind a line of Donald Trump-endorsed acoustic and electric instruments, has been issued a cease and desist order from Gibson, the famous 130-year-old guitar manufacturer. Gibson alleges that the guitars promoted by the president-elect infringe upon its intellectual property rights. In particular, Gibson cites the similarity of the guitars to its own famous Les Paul model. Trump Guitars is owned by an entity called 16 Creative. Taking a look at Wall Street, mixed again today. The Dow up 16 points at 44,876. The S&P 500 up 20, down 20 at 6,001. The NASDAQ off 166 points at 19,009. Meanwhile, gold up to $20.80 an ounce. Oil up 18 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will start today cloudy, then gradually become mostly sunny. Look for a high near 78. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 53. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Thanksgiving Day will be mostly sunny with a high near 74. North wind about 5 miles an hour. 64 degrees, 62% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest at about 3. Air quality moderate in Brawley, good everywhere else. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil, El Centro.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no... What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A victory for Biden as he gets ready to exit the White House. 3 Americans have just been released from jail in China.
The Biden administration says Mark Swiden, Kai Li, and John Liang are being released from China in exchange for 3 unidentified Chinese citizens being held in the U.S. A senior U.S. administration official says the release of the 3 Americans follows years of intensive talks between the White House and State Department officials and their Chinese counterparts. Swiden has been facing a death sentence on drug charges, while Li and Liang were imprisoned on espionage charges. The U.S. has classified all 3 as wrongfully detained. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Americans everywhere are heading out for Thanksgiving. This sailors arrived in Jacksonville, Florida, after 8 months of Navy missions overseas.
You can't describe it. I'm just grateful to God that I'm back with the family.
CBS New York's Elijah Westbrook.
AAA projects nearly 6 million people will be flying this Thanksgiving holiday travel period from this area. It's about a 2% jump from last year and an 11% increase since the pandemic.
Weather could get in the way. A big winter storm in the Rockies has dumped more than a foot of snow on parts of Colorado and Utah. The White House is touting a U.S. brokered ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah that took effect early today. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan tells CBS Mornings.
The tens of thousands of Israeli citizens and hundreds of thousands of Lebanese civilians will be able to return to their home, and it's designed to be a permanent end to this war.
A police officer in Australia has been found guilty of manslaughter for using a taser on a 95-year-old great-grandmother in a nursing home. She had dementia, she was using a walker, and refused to put down a steak knife she was holding. New South Wales Police Commissioner Karen Webb.
The court has found Claire Nellen died as a result of the actions of a police officer. This should never happen.
She fell backwards, hit her head on the floor, and died a week later. Hyundai's recalling more than 226,000 SUVs and cars because the rear view camera image may not show up on screens like they're supposed to. The recall covers Santa Fe's and Elantras from 2021 and 22. If you have one, drive it back to the dealer. They'll replace your camera for free. Harvey Weinstein's threatening to sue a New York jail for medical neglect. CBS's Michael Toscano.
His lawyers accuse the aging facility of failing to manage Weinstein's conditions, including leukemia and diabetes. They allege freezing conditions and unclean prison clothing that doesn't get washed for weeks. They want $5 million in damages.
Dow up 68. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
If fashion is your thing, eBay is it. eBay is where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay is my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay, the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay, things people love.
Lots of people have plans to spend lots of money on Christmas and Hanukkah gifts.
Adobe says Americans throughout this holiday season will be spending about 8% more than they did last year.
We're expecting about $240 billion to be spent during that period.
Adobe's Vivek Pandya.
We're finding people shift into those higher cost goods as a result of the broader discounts that are happening in the online ecosystem. Electronics, personal care, and cosmetics products, we see upticks in appliances, smartwatches, bicycles.
Matt Piper, CBS News.
Ohio's Republican Governor Mike DeWine has just signed a bill into law that prevents transgender kids and young adults from kindergarten through college from using bathrooms that correspond with their gender identities at public and private schools. Opponents had hoped DeWine's objections to a ban on gender-affirming care for minors last year would carry through and lead to another veto. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.